EZINNE was known across her village for her beauty and grace. With deep brown eyes that sparkled with intelligence and a laugh that could light up the darkest room, she was the pride of her family. But one day, everything changed, and the entire village would come to whisper the story of EZINNE and the missing breast. It all began one humid afternoon. EZINNE had gone to fetch water from the stream, as she did every day. The path was familiar, winding through tall grasses and beneath the shade of ancient trees. She filled her clay pot, balancing it expertly on her head, and started back home. But as she approached the edge of the forest, a strange feeling washed over her, an unsettling chill despite the warmth of the day. That night, as she prepared for bed, EZINNE felt a sharp, inexplicable pain in her chest. She winced but thought little of it, assuming it was just a cramp from carrying the heavy pot. However, when she awoke the next morning, her right breast had vanished. There was no scar, no sign of injury, just smooth, unbroken skin where it had once been. Panic gripped EZINNE. She ran to her mother, who gasped and crossed herself in fear. Her father summoned the village healer, a wise old woman named Necker, who had seen many strange things in her time but never anything like this. Necker examined EZINNE carefully. She muttered incantations, rubbed herbs into her skin, and even consulted the spirits of the ancestors. But after hours of rituals, she shook her head, unable to offer an explanation. Word of EZINNE's condition spread quickly through the village. Some said it was a curse, others whispered that she had offended a spirit in the forest. There were even rumors that she had been taken by a mysterious being who demanded something precious in return for sparing her life. EZINNE felt the weight of the village's eyes on her, but she was determined to find out what had happened. She refused to be defined by her fear or by the missing part of herself. After much thought, she decided to revisit the stream, the place where she last felt whole. The journey was different this time. The air seemed thicker, the forest more oppressive. When she reached the stream, EZINNE knelt by the water's edge and whispered into the stillness, asking the spirits to reveal the truth. As she spoke, the water, and from the depths emerged an old woman, her form shimmering in the midday sun. EZINNE gasped, recognizing the figure from the stories her grandmother used to tell, the water spirit, known for testing the hearts of those who came to her domain. The spirit spoke in a voice like the rustling of leaves. "Child, your beauty and pride have blinded you to what truly matters. I took your breast to remind you of the frailty of the flesh, to teach you humility and the strength within." Tears welled in EZINNE's eyes. She realized that she had often been vain, placing too much importance on her appearance, and that this had distanced her from others, even from herself. "I understand now," she whispered. "I'm sorry." The spirit smiled kindly and nodded. "You have learned your lesson. But remember, child, true beauty lies not in what is seen, but in the strength of your spirit, in the kindness of your heart. With that, the spirit faded back into the water. EZINNE felt a warmth spread through her chest, and when she looked down, her breast had returned, whole and untouched. She returned to the village, not as the girl who had lost her beauty, but as a woman who had found her true strength. From that day on, EZINNE lived differently. She was no longer just known for her beauty, but for her wisdom and kindness. And though the story of EZINNE and the missing breast continued to be told, it became a tale of transformation, a reminder that true power and beauty come from within.